What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff. I'm back. Sorry about the last live feed. I really am uh, really apologetic about that. That was horrendous. It's atrocious the way the internet was behaving, and I'd like to think that it's fixed. The guy from the front desk came up here, changed the IP address, so we should have a new IP. If you guys are out there, let's try this one more time. If people are tuning in, we'll go ahead and kick this off and dive right in here. Go ahead and give us a like if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, then you probably didn't even hear that I said, please give us a like if you can hear. 0 likes, so no one can hear me, obviously. I'm not even seeing any comments. What a shame. Well, what I was going to talk about was, all right, here we go. Now we're getting some action. Wow. Is it better than the last one for those of you who tuned into the last one? Ocean Chain. I'm not sure about Ocean Chain. Good to go. I can hear you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So my apologies, guys. I talked to the guy at the front desk, and he changed the IP. So the IP, he said that he changed me to the right IP. I guess when you check in, you don't get the right IP. So now I got to remember that next time I go there. Same what? Chuck. Chuck says, nope. So it's not working still. Really? So it's not working. Franklin Arslan said it's working. Now you're saying it's not, right? Works. We're good. Good to go. So why would someone say that it's not working then? It is now just had the one pause. Yeah. So it's going to be intermittent. All right. So what we were talking about on the last one was the so we had the we were talking about EOS being the only one that was kind of struggling while Cardano was starting to throttle. And now that was about an hour ago. Now we're starting to see some of these other coins. The Cardano and EOS slow down. Ripple's looking like a bull over the last 24 hours. If you look at Ripple, it's up 20%, so that's impressive. If you look at IOTA, it's up 24%. I mean, outside of those two, the only other one that you're really seeing charge hard is Omise Go, and then Bytem. Bytem, for those of you who do not know about Bytem, Bytem is an OG coin. I mean, Bytem was one that, you know, who I'll give credit to for finding Bytem back in the day was David Hay. For those of you like David Hay, Bitcoin private is an absolute juggernaut right now, up 94% over 24-hour period. So if you held any sort of Bitcoin, you should have had a Bitcoin hard fork come into your account. All right, so I'm just checking to see if the comments are still saying that we're coming in. If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. What do I think about Tron? Well, if I just look at Tron, we're going to dive right in here. But I'm going to ask you guys to kind of interact with me and keep this thing moving forward. Token Pay, yeah, Token Pay's pumping big time. What time is it where you guys are? There we go. What up? What's going on? There's our guy, Remote Chief in the house. Liverpool. Oh, so it's still, so we're talking mostly to people in the UK right now. Nice. So it's mostly our London friends on board today. You guys aren't tuning into Superman, you're tuning into Jeff with Altcoin Buzz. It's Remote Chief says his internet sucks. Well, it's probably my internet over here, and but Merca. Are we still in a potential bull trap? Yeah, I think we still are. By the way, what I was trying to show you guys last time, this is a $10 Hong Kong note. For those of you who are asking, see, you can see through it. That's kind of weird, right? You can see my mouth. So this is a $10 Hong Kong note. It's different than the rest of the Hong Kong notes. If you guys, I want to show you my hotel view, which is just absolutely out of this world. Let me see if you guys can see this. I want to show you this hotel view that I got here. I mean, it is something else. And then we can dive in here and start the conversation about all the fun stuff. But let's take a look here at this view before we do anything else. Can you guys see this? Do you guys see? I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can get too close here. So that's the view of downtown That's Kowloon, the other side of Hong Kong. So that's across Victoria Harbor. So pretty cool. I thought I'd share that with you guys before we get in here. What a heck of a view. I mean, that's picturesque as can be. Oh, looks too dark. It's not my birthday today, Harry. Harry said happy birthday. I'm like, no, it's not my birthday. So, all right. So let's take a look at some of your guys' favorite coins. Let me know which ones you guys want me to look at. We're going to go on to Coin Checkup. We're going to dive in here. And the first coin that we're going to take a look at is WanChain to see what's coming up for WanChain, because many of you guys are talking about WanChain. We'll also take a look at TokenPay, since those are two coins that you guys want to know about. Looks like I'm getting a list request. INT, Polymath, Ethos. Guys, hit the like button, please. I've got 20 likes and 141 people have watched this so far. So help get the likes up so we can get more engagements going here. All right. So do you guys want me to look at WanChain first? All right. I'm trying to get some feedback here. Neo. All right. Let's take a look at WanChain, because I said I was going to look at that. So let's see what WanChain has coming down the pipe, since this is one of the more popular coins, and it is really just, I mean, Wan is, man, it is 600. It's approaching a $700 million market cap. I mean, man, I don't know. I want to say it's too rich for me, but then again, I mean, I'm almost in the point where I'm going to compare WanChain and Neo. Like, they're both out of Asia. They're both They're both DApps, right? I mean, they're both coins. You know, which one do you? I mean, you could get WanChain for 655, $700 billion or $700 million market cap. You compare it to Neo. Look at Neo, $4.3 million market cap. So if WanChain catches up with Neo in market cap and market share, you know, what's a better buy right now, Neo or WanChain? So if you're asking me, I mean, I have to look into the full tech of WanChain, but I would say if WanChain is comparable to Neo, why would you buy Neo when you could step into WanChain at a better, more affordable price? You know? All right. I like Superman. Who said I don't like Superman? Yeah, I like Superman, man. He's cool. He's tough. He's strong. He's an OG. He's not a little baby. He doesn't back down from heat or pressure. So some people in the community tried to intimidate him. He kept going. So he's strong. He's tough. Project announcements. We are happy to announce our first set of 6 projects. I'm talking about WanChain here, that will launch on the WanChain blockchain. We will make these projects public at the World Blockchain Forum in Dubai on April 16th. So, Dubai, WanChain is going to be making a big public announcement April 16th. If you're holding WanChain, stand by for April 16th. Coming right up. Now, WanChain 2.0 is launching on June 30th. WanChain 2.0 integration with Ethereum and multiple coin wallet. So stand by for that. Now, all right. So that's all really WanChain has, is just the public announcement that's coming up. And then they have WanChain 3.0, which is coming at the end of the year, integration with Bitcoin and multiple coin wallet. So I don't know, man. If you could choose right now, are you taking WanChain or are you taking Neo? So Neo's at 4.3 million or billion dollar market cap, and WanChain's at 700 million. I think that WanChain and Neo probably side by side, probably 2 years from now, look about similar in market share, but one's a better price right now. So okay, so you guys are Remote Chief says Neo. Okay. Dustin Moore says WanChain. Polymath. Okay, you guys like Polymath. Wang Chain or Fapcoin. All right, all right. I just like the Neo community. Yeah, I mean, community's fanfare though. man. I mean, if you're just getting in there for the community and stuff, you're ignoring the tech. And remember, we got to really get away from the whole like hype train if we really want a long term thing here. And Neo does good on the tech, but I mean, if we're looking at the community, that's a factor. But the real thing is the tech. Are they able to deliver on the tech? Starscream says one chain. Okay, so the next the next one that we're looking for here is going to be token pay, right? Is that one that you guys wanted to hear? Uh, ATM Smasher says, "Did I work on my emotional issue?" um, what emotional issue? So, if you're talking about people trolling and me calling them out, I don't know if that's an emotional issue or me just not putting up with riffraff. And but yeah, I mean, I'm still a passionate person. I'm still the same old Jeff. I take it or leave it, I mean, hope you guys stay around. I mean, that's what makes me want to keep on going. But you know, emotional issue. That's funny. I like that phrase. I like how he phrased that. He put me on the spot. He's like, "Hey Jeff, are you still emotional, hun?" Oh, sweetheart, are you still an emotional little roller coaster? Are you? No, that's funny. That was well put, man. You put it properly. All right, so let's see here. Token pay. All right, token pay. By the way, guys, especially after all this, Theta token. I mean, the first thing that came into my mind after two failed live video attempts, Theta, 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 Theta. I was like, man, who's looking to improve upon the streaming of live videos? And Theta token came to mind. So none of you guys ever talk about Theta token, but Theta is got some founders from YouTube on there, and they're actually looking to improve upon that. Still love YouTube. It's cool. TPay is actually so new that it's not even on here. Oh my goodness. All right, give me another coin. I need another coin, guys. Ontology. All right, I keep seeing Ontology. Smash up the likes. 230 viewers. It must be early in the morning in the United States. Got a lot of people in London on yeah, Poly. We're gonna look at Poly. So to all you guys who are talking about Poly, and then we'll move on to Ontology. All right, let's see if we got anything. There's no events coming up for Polymath. Moving right along. Sorry, I looked. There's nothing coming up for Polymath. They need to update the roadmap or something. All right, so Ontology has an Amsterdam summit coming up on April 14th. They'll be with Neo Council. We'll be holding the Neo.Amsterdam Summit at the Del Lamar Theater in collaboration with Distribution Foundation. And that's all that you can see here from Ontology. So that's happening on April 14th, just around the corner here. I'm hey, if they're not updating, if they're not putting the news out there, they're not getting the recognition. So these projects, they've got to have a better um, process in place to get the word out. As you can see, Neo does a fantastic job with that. I mean, if we just look at Neo, let's just give you an update with Neo. That's maybe why you guys like Neo and they've been so successful is because they get the word out there. Like I said, they've got multiple things. The Global Hackathon happening on April 13th in Tokyo. They got the Amsterdam Summit on April 14th. Then they got one April 16th in Lisbon, Portugal, a workshop. So for those of you in Europe, you can catch up with them in Portugal on the 16th and the 17th. The Blockchain Career Fair at Berkeley on the 18th. Neo is a juggernaut. You guys are onto this one. This one's really and then the 19th, they got the Madrid meetup and workshop. So they're coming to a town near you, these guys. Then they got the Paris meetup and workshop, the Vienna meetup and workshop. So Zurich, I mean, these guys are getting around Europe for sure. I don't see any other project pound and pavement like these guys. And if we just look at Tron, because I know you guys are always asking about Tron, let's dial up Tron. They got the mainnet launch May 31st. That's all I'm seeing from Tron right now. So May 31st, they have the mainnet. And that's been advanced from May 31st. So if I'm comparing Neo and Tron, I mean, Neo's the one's pounding pavement right now. All right, you guys keep asking about this Encash. Let's go ahead and take a look at Encash. All right, Encash. All right, Encash. I do not hold any Encash, by the way. Most of these I don't even hold. The only one I hold is Tron. Encash, Nucleus Vision, but there it is. All right. So telco partnerships, June 30th. Ion Sensors deployed 250 telecom partnerships, 6 Neuron dynamic pricing users identified 250K. So Ion Sensors deployed. They're going to deploy 250 of those. They have 6 telecommunication partnerships coming up. Neuron, I don't know what that is, so I don't hold any Encash, so I do not know what the Neuron dynamic pricing is. And then they have about 250,000 network users they're talking about. As far as any other news outside of that, they have something coming up in India, which has recently banned cryptocurrency. So that's kind of interesting, but that's happening on September 30th. All right. So TE food. All right. You guys want to talk about TE food? Smash up the likes, guys. Like this video because we've got to get this conversation going here. And they said I look more Scottish than him. He says, who said that? Alexander Buchanan says I look more Scottish. That's very funny because when I'm traveling around, they say I look Aussie. They say I look Australian. They said I look English from the UK. These are people who don't really speak English, so they're because they can't tell the accent. They think I'm Aussie, uh, uh, British, or Finnish. But you're saying I look Scottish. The people that I've met from Scotland, I do not look anything like people from Scotland. Bitcoin forecast. Huh. Well, let's just talk about that. I mean, if even if this is a dead cat bounce, even if this is a fake market recovery, and someone was saying, "Hey Jeff, something smells really weird about this recovery." All of a sudden, it just took off on us. What is going on? Where's this money coming from? Like they know, like you guys know, it's not small scale investors all of a sudden just jumping in, right? You know, it's big money. Does anyone out there doubt that this is big money coming into the? I look Chinese. There you go, George Soros. I mean, does anyone out there doubt that this is whale activity? Do you guys think this small time investors, amateur investors like you guys? This is why I laugh and get so emotional. As someone asked me if I get emotional, but this is when I call you guys out. I mean, what am I supposed to say? They're like, "Oh my gosh, Jeff, you pumped a coin. You're pumping a coin," and I'm like, dude. You small time investors, us amateurs out here, we are not whales. Your $1,000 here and there into any coin, your $20,000 into any coin is not going to really move the price. It's these whales, these guys pushing in millions and billions of dollars. That's what's moving up the market right now. It's not little Jeffy and his team and the people over at in the audience over at any of these channels. You so if you thought your $1,000 investment and all the 7,000 other people who invested $500 and $200 and $10 and $20, because some of these people actually invest $20. That's it. That's not what moves this market. If that was happening in large scale, like hundreds of millions of people investing $1,000, sure. But we don't have that kind of adoption happening. We have less than 1% global adoption right now. So what's moving this market right now is whales. George Soros probably buying Dogecoin. Oh man, I'm a simple man. I see the markets are green. I smile. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. You can try to figure out: is it Soros? Is it Rockefeller? Is it Rothschild? Is it J.P. Morgan? Is it blah blah blah? Is it China? Is it North Korea? South Korea? We can do all that. Fine. But at the end of the day, just like this guy said, eggplant. Funny name, by the way. Eggplant. It's hard to take a guy serious when his name is Eggplant, but we're going to take him serious because he talks sense. He says he's a simple man. He smiles when the market's green. I guess maybe on the flip side, he would buy when the market's red. I love eggplant parmesan, says Remote Chief. Big whale's going to pump and dump to make some profits before a bull run, my opinion. Yeah, I mean, Okay, so let's take it back one step before what I was saying. The mark, even at these prices, Bitcoin sitting at $8,000 is still a fairly decent price to buy Bitcoin. If it goes down to 5,000, if you're not the type of person who can handle going retracting for a month or two from your price point, because you're caught in between you're caught in a darned if you do, darned if you don't kind of situation, right? It's, it's like, do I buy now because I think the market's going to continue to go up from here? Or is this a dead cat bounce and the market's going to go back down? So you're kind of caught. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? At the end of the day, buying Bitcoin at $8,000 is not a bad idea, in my opinion. This isn't professional financial advice. It's an opinion. But I don't see how buying Bitcoin, if you believe in cryptocurrency and the prospects long term, 1 to 2 years from now, it's possible that you could look back and see the price of Bitcoin at $8,000. It's still a pretty good investment. Even if it goes down to 5,000 in the short term, maybe you buy more then. I don't know, depending upon your situation. Yeah, if you can't afford to buy Litecoin or Bitcoin, buy Litecoin and Dogecoin. Okay. I'm more like, if you can't afford to buy Bitcoin, buy Cardano or Ripple. Like Litecoin, I hold a position in Litecoin. I mean, the Litecoin fiasco with LitePay? That was a caution to me. That was a big red flag. I realize things happen, and Charlie Lee has already sold all of his coins. You got, or not all of them, but Charlie Lee's already sold out. Then the LitePay fiasco happens. This isn't spreading FUD. This is just me saying I'm not so certain that there's not better coins out there right now to take a look at, even in the top 10, than Litecoin, is what I'm saying. I don't give price predictions, man. Saad, he said, do I give a price prediction for Cardano? I don't have predictions, but I can give a forecast on what we can anticipate. And it always goes back to, where was the market cap before? So will Cardano be able to revisit its all-time high, right? So where has Cardano been already before? And the odds of it revisiting in a bull market setting its all-time high are fairly reasonable. It's fairly reasonable to suggest that it was at 128, sitting at 21 cents. If it goes up to 128, that would be 5 to 6 times gains right there, just in it revisiting its all-time high. And that was with a market cap of $31 billion, which is high. And I think I think that's kind of overvalued for a project that doesn't actually have any working product, honestly. It's actually overvalued. But once it starts to get some working products out there, I don't see why that would be too big of a challenge to revisit its all-time high. Guys, push up the likes, please. 347 people now watching, so that's going up. So thanks to everyone who smashed the likes, because that has brought in more people to the audience, which has brought in more conversation to keep this thing going. Correction is probably coming soon. RSI bearish divergence. So technical analysis people are saying that, hey, thanks guys. There we go. The likes are going up. You guys rock. Technical analysis people, I don't see how you can forecast in technical analysis Rothschild and Soros. I mean, I understand Fibonacci, okay? Fibonacci is, for those of you who don't know Fibonacci, it's 1 and 1 equals 2, and then 1 plus 2 equals 3, and 2 plus 3 equals 5, and, that's Fibonacci, right? And it's seen in many different things all across nature. But I don't really see how Fibonacci or Elliott Wave can project news and even if you look at Fibonacci and Elliott Wave in the TA, the technical analysis aspect of it, and even if you step away from the stock market or the market trends of Fibonacci and Elliott Wave, it's still, even the people who study it outside of market cycles, they still say there's no exact science to it. So you can't put all your faith in Fibonacci and Elliott Wave. It's just not something you can do. So that's if Fibonacci and Elliott Wave were that accurate, then all JP Morgan would have to do was get an outstanding bot. All Chase Bank would have to do is get an outstanding bot, and then just get some brilliant, genius Fibonacci, Elliott Wave people on their team and just run run the whole thing. But it doesn't work like that. It's like trying to predict an earthquake. You just can't do it. What? Okay, lots coming in. If you pumped red coin indirectly, I think. Well, I still hold all my red coin. I mean, I people say that, and I'm not going to say that people don't watch this and get into a. If a coin's under a penny, probably it's really easy to acquire a lot of red coin. Even if you have $20 and you just put $20 in there, and a bunch of people watch and put $20 in there, it might move the price. But red coin already had a big community behind it. That's right. See, Michael Riordan said they already had a big community. They did. Okay, so you guys want to take a look at ETN. All right, this keeps coming up. You guys keep talking about ETN. All right, ETN. Oh, wait. Wow, man, 2 cents. ETN, I don't know what they're doing. I'm not even going to say anything positive or negative, but let's take a look at their events. I'm going to remain agnostic on this and just, they have no event coming up. So ETN, Electronium has 0 events coming up that they've announced. They've got a huge office. They've got tons of people. Richard Ells is always talking. And when it comes to the price action, nothing there. Not even in a cycle like this where we're seeing a move. So, I mean, would I love to say positive things about ETN? Yeah. But hey, I mean, you know, I'm one of those guys, don't talk about it, be about it. Show me in the numbers, you know. It's like MJ, you know, Jordan. Jordan used to go out there. He could talk some mean trash on the court, but man, he put the points on the board, you know? So, but in the press conferences, he was always cool, calm, and collected. Tom Brady's the same way. Peyton Manning's the same way. The people who run their mouth all the time, like look at Dennis Rodman. All he did was run his mouth. What, Rodman, like he retired with like a 5-point per game average. I mean, he was a pretty good basketball player, great defender, could get inside people's head, but I mean, when it came to putting points on the board, you know, the less talk, more action is typically good. And I think Electronium's coming dangerously close to being the talkers with very, very little action. You guys can get mad if you want. Say what you want. I mean, like they're saying, like the crypto chiropractor says, bro, Richard is doing big things behind the scene. Richard isn't out there tailing his game like you make it seem. He's literally flying all over. Hey, look, I'm flying all over too. You know, flying all over. I mean, but you don't see me like, I mean, I'm doing things, but just because someone's going out traveling around and using that as a front, guys, do it for yourself. Don't always buy the hype. Don't shoot the messenger who tells you the same thing. Okay. When the price of when Electronium starts really advancing and they've got a mobile miner app that's on iOS and Android and people love it, that's when you can get excited and your position will look fantastic. And if that happens, you will have a great situation with Electronium. If that mobile miner is just average, people use it, they don't get excited, you're not going to get the mainstream adoption. None of us are. I'm still invested in Electronium. But just because I'm invested doesn't mean that I'm going to sit here and just, you guys like when I say this, and I'm going to say it again because it's true. The truth. We're looking for the truth. What's the truth, right? No sugarcoating. That's right, Joey. Syndicator. So you guys want to talk about syndicator? Do I fly Air Asia? Yeah, I fly Air Asia. I think Air Asia is okay. Over in Asia, the airlines that I really like are mostly in the north. Like I like Korean Air, I like China Air, I like the one from Narita, which is Tokyo. Like I like the northern Asia brands. There's some brands out here in Southeast Asia that are like run by Aussies. Oh, Singapore Airlines is a fantastic airline. But yeah, okay, they're doing a they're doing a great or they're doing an ICO. AirAsia is. Yeah, I'm in Hong Kong. All right, so let's take a look at Syndicator. Syndicator. So you guys are asking about Syndicator. So they have Nordic IoT. So that's going to be Nordic is in Helsinki. So CEO will be giving a speech at the major Nordic IoT Week Tech Summit in Helsinki. And that's the only news that Syndicator has coming out. But you can expect that on April 17th. So for those of you who are holding Syndicator, that's where you can expect some more information from them. That's going to be coming out of Helsinki in Finland. Where do I look for news about coins? Well, okay, so I'm using coincheckup.com. Let's take a look at VeChain. That's an who said that? Honey Ups. Good stuff right there. We'll also take a look at Power Ledger. All right, so VeChain Power Ledger. All right, so VeChain mainnet launch June 30th. So big news coming for VeChain. They got the mainnet launch, VeChain launching their mainnet. VeChain holders will also generate Thor as part of staking rewards every day after the release. So that's something to look forward to, I think, for the VeChain community. This is the kind of stuff that gets people excited, and there's some substance there. So VeChain, for those of you who are holding VeChain, that appears to be some interesting news for you. All right. Who else do we got here? Power Ledger. That's right. All right. So let's take a look at Power Ledger. Let's see. Power Ledger should have some interesting news. They're usually a pretty proactive project. Extreme Tech Challenge happening on October 19, 2018. By the way, guys, the news that I'm getting here is not necessarily the only bit of news. Like we said, Polymath didn't have any news. Just because this website did not have the feed that got Polymath news doesn't mean that there's no news coming out for Polymath. But so here it is, Power Ledger. They're going to be doing an extreme tech challenge on Necker Island with Richard Branson. So Richard Branson, who's one of my favorite CEOs, because anytime you fly Virgin, that's an airline that if you haven't flown Virgin, that's phenomenal airline. But Richard Branson is an outstanding leader because he keeps a cool head. He's focused. He's built some. He's got his hands in a lot of different things, and it looks like he's extended his hand to Power Ledger. So Power Ledger is a green energy company. Richard Branson likes green energy, and Richard Branson's also said some interesting things about Bitcoin. He's quoted, you can search Richard Branson and Bitcoin. So the fact that Power Ledger is going out to Necker Island for this tech startup, I think says long-term Power Ledger looks like an interesting project. Thoughts on Verge? Well, I mean, the way that I would say this, which one, you're basically asking which one of the developers' coins do I support the most? I would say if I had to compare Token Pay, right? There's Deep Onion also, but then I just can't take Deep Onion serious. So you got Token Pay and Verge. Let's just compare Token Pay and Verge. And I'll just go based on market cap. So let's see if we can get Token Pay's market cap, which I don't think we're going to get because it's fairly new. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get that. Verge's market cap currently 1.4 billion, sitting at 9 cents. When we first started talking about Verge, it was below a penny. I mean, and it's at 9 cents. Verge has not done anything terrible. I mean, to the people who bought Verge at all-time highs, they're probably not too thrilled. But overall, Verge has held its value. But if I had to pick between Verge and Token Pay, I don't know. Maybe they're both pretty decent. What do you guys think, Verge or Token Pay? What do you think of high power blockchain? Never heard of it. Jeff, are we really talking about Token Pay and Verge? I got to give a down thumb. Hey, people ask questions. Ken's a great question. So I've been seeing a lot of press on Ken. Let's take a look at Ken's price. Still way, way, way below a penny. Well below a penny, but there's a high circulating supply. It's close to his total supply. Let's see if they got it coming out on Ken. All right. So Ken. First Ambassadors Meetup. Kin is planning the first ever Kin's Ambassadors Meetup. This event is exclusive and will include up to 30 of Kin's strongest contributors. That's kind of interesting news, but I've been seeing a lot of positive press about Kin. I don't know where it's coming from, what the exact root or source of it, but I have been seeing a lot more positive press about Kin lately. Now, the thing that I'm always kind of interested in seeing is who or what is Facebook going to do when it comes to the cryptocurrency that they're supposed to deploy for their billions of users that they have. Thank you to everyone who smashed up the likes. Really appreciate that. Someone said they down liked it because I was talking about Virgin Token Pay. I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I can't please everybody. Although I'll try, but I'm sorry you feel that way. Amazon Prime coin. So are they, but the only thing I don't like about the big boys, Google, Amazon, Facebook, coming into the market is, are they going to try and create a currency outside of cryptocurrency asset class? And if they do that, that's no, I'm not a big fan of that. So is Amazon okay, so Amazon's got its hands in a lot of different things. Amazon Fresh, I mean, they're trying to fly drones to drop off deliveries at your house. They've got Amazon Kindle, Amazon Prime, all these different things, right? So the Amazon Prime token, I would like to see them partner with someone like Ken, or I don't know, some other even Ripple or Cardano. But if they create their own coin and they attach it to their stock and not to the actual cryptocurrency asset class, I would not be too big on that. And I'm surprised none of you guys are even saying anything about that. Oh, okay, so someone's upset because I didn't shill their coin Electronium. So they're saying die. All right, so that's what happens when you talk to a bunch of people. You get someone like this guy, Gucci123 Piggy, trying to make death threats on here to me. Ripple team are having many talks on the sidelines with government regulators. Yeah, and we've talked about that. That's kind of something that's going to have to happen. Bajorn says, smash up the likes. Me personally, I disregard rumors with Amazon. Wasn't too long ago, these rumors were emerging that Amazon would accept LTC as a form of payment. Yeah, you have to take each little rumor. I mean, I listen to the rumors, but I take them with a grain of salt. I don't necessarily go out and say, okay, that's going to happen. So I heard it on the internet. I heard it on YouTube. It's going to happen. I heard it on Twitter, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, if anyone from the Altcoin Buzz channel is watching this, Shosh or anyone, please ban this guy Gucci123 Piggy. He keeps just talking vulgar on here. Who else do we got? We really have to be careful with this financial behavior towards our favorite coins. I have to check myself sometimes. So Killa B03 said that. That's it. That's the mantra. That's the mentality. You can't we have to have that. We have to have that focus. Yeah, no, I don't really worry about the Gucci guy. He's got some issues. Who talks like that to a complete stranger they've never met? Um, yeah, no, I'm not paying it. He just kept posting in here anyway. Like he kept saying die. Um, Boss Coin, I've never heard of it. Steam. Let's take a look at Steam because Steam had a rise. Steam was steaming hard. It was over $5, I want to say, for a while there, and then it just when that market slammed on it. I mean, it went up to $7. So it went all the way down to $1.47 here recently. let's take a look and see if Steam's got any sort of news. I think it's all safe to say, I think we'll all agree that we like what Steam's all about, but as far as the tech development goes, the social, it still needs some work. It's not the most, it's a nice platform, and I always say positive about Steam, but it still has some development that needs to take place. Right here, it doesn't say that they have any news that we're aware of, but I would like to see them like rolling out some sort of enhanced features to make their platform better. What do you guys think of Steam? For those of you who've used Steam, actually, if you haven't used Steam, we've already talked about Chain. Okay, so you're asking about setting up a platform for altcoin buzz. We're working on that. We are working on something behind the scenes. Shashwat is working on that. So we are definitely working on that. We're not going to give too many details on that, but we'll take a look at that. Invest feed. Let's take a look at invest feed. $0.05. Ooh, let's take a look at the coin checkup here. See if we can get some new information on invest feed. So they have a feed token rollout. That's cool. Support for feed token capabilities by end of Q2 2018. That's some positive news to take to keep on your radar here. InvestFeed's got a lot coming up. Trading asset signals. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this stuff deploys and how it improves and enhances their platform, but this looks pretty nice. Exchange integration. Integration of a digital wallet, as well as connectivity with exchanges for platform features. InvestFeed, compared to Steam, looks like they're really locking it in here. So good stuff to see. The crypto chiropractor says, by the way, I just disagree that ETN is all hype talk because they haven't even had much to say in the last month. Okay. Can we talk about another coin other than ETN? I look, great ETN, thumbs up to all you guys in the community out there who just diehard ETNs. Cool. I mean, if that's what it's going to take, I mean, the price for ETN isn't going to change because I say anything about it or not. I mean, I still hold all of my ETN, all of it. IOST, I think it's cool. Go Navy, beat Army. Pivex. I like Pivex. Let's take a look at Pivex. Thank you, Michael, for being a community leader here and kind of keeping people on track when you're seeing the silliness that 80% of you guys are saying some positive things, but every once in a while I'm getting distracted by these funny guys. The okay, so what is this one here that you're asking about? Binance Coin has done great. Justin's QSP. Let's take a look at QSP. QuantStamp, guys. For those of you who are big on QuantStamp. White paper update coming April 30th. So that's big news for QuantStamp. QSP audit network launch as described in the white paper. Okay. All right. So QSP has some stuff coming up, just mostly white paper updates though, guys. Network launch audit, which is good. They're auditing their operations and they're updating their white paper, so that means they're looking to enhance their project, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's see here. Neblio. Pivex, that's right, Pivex. All right, let's take a look at Pivex, see if we got anything good on Pivex. So they have a ZDEX release. The Pivex core wallet will provide a fully decentralized and anonymous exchange for ZPIV and Bitcoin. Nice. So they're going to be CDG vote, community design governance. So they're putting the control back in the hands of the community. We'll put it on, and the winning proposal will be implemented as PIVX system of governance. So I don't know. That's kind of a slippery slope to put it into the hands of the audience, because that makes me question whether or not why the core team. Like, I'm all for democracy, but you've got to have a leader that's putting it out there. I mean, to lean on the community for governance. Someone in the community. What if no one in the community has a really good solution for governance? That's the only thing that I'm saying. But I think it's interesting that they're taking that approach. UTF integration. It could be a way to help motivate people in the community by thinking that they have a voice, right? Access to your PIVX wallet can be protected by both password and UTF security key, effectively protecting against hackers and keyloggers. I mean, that's interesting news, I guess. I2P is an anonymizing network that uses a fully decentralized peer-to-peer model. Okay, that's cool. All right. Wabi. I keep seeing Wabi come up. And then we're going to talk about something else, because we were talking about a bunch of coins here, like I said I was going to. We're going to drill down the news about all these different projects. So Wally Mine Masternodes. Before June 30th, Wabi will launch the Wally Mine Masternodes mobile app launch V3 June 30th. Wabi's another one of those projects that's pretty active. Man, they were doing fantastic. Wabi was before. I mean, it hasn't really fallen down too low. But it was at like 558. I mean, I had my Wabi. I still hold all my Wabi that I bought, but I bought my Wabi around like $1, and then it went up to 531. I was like, yeah, Wabi. And then and then the correction happened. So, but I remember I was pretty excited about Wabi, and I still am because of their tech. My top picks this week. Good question. Let's take a look here and see what I'm liking. I'm still really excited about Cardano, even at 21 cents. Okay. Now, we don't know if the market's going up or down, but obviously any coins you buy now, dependent upon the market, because the whole market, it's not really like any coins move independent of another. I mean, Tron and EOS were kind of moving before the other ones were, but pretty much if Bitcoin moves or any coin moves, then so do all the other coins. So it's like it's kind of interesting like that. But long term, outside of that, Cardano I like Ripple too. I mean, XRP has a fairly bright future, and to scoop up XRP is pretty good. As you know, I like Stellar. Stellar is one definitely that I definitely am pretty excited for. We talked about Wanchain a little bit. I have to look into Ontology, but it looks like a promising project. Like I said, Wanchain's still in there. Bitcoin Private is just balling out today. No doubt about that. I mean, Bitcoin Private, but it's all time. What's the all time high for Bitcoin Private? It's been $86. So circulating supply is 21 million. So it's Bitcoin Private is Bitcoin with the anonymous stealth feature. So I don't know. That sounds interesting, but are you guys bullish on privacy coins moving forward? That's the question, right? So thanks, Sarah. Smash up the likes. Vertcoin has future. All right, I keep getting a bunch of stuff about Neblio, so I'm going to talk about Neblio. Let's talk about Neblio. Neblio. Enterprise marketing happening on June 30th. Enterprise marketing campaign creation to drive the initial adoption of Neblio blockchain technology in the business environment. Okay, so they're going to be reaching out to people? Let's take a look here and see exactly what they're talking about with Neblio. So they're saying they're looking to do some B2B to get the adoption of Neblio's products out there. that's enterprise marketing, right? Neblio API v2 beta based on user feedback and more. Neblio targets the beta release. Let's take a look. Man, I almost want to talk about Bitcoin private right now, but we'll keep talking about Neblio. $10. Okay. Been as high as 58. Wow. All right. Yeah. All right. So, do you know anything about Antpool? Tron. Bitcoin private is inferior to Monero. All right. Monero's the best, script out there. It's the best. It's been the best. I mean, it just is. Yeah, Michael, man, we should make you a community, just like what is that? Liaison, like a supervisor. You should just be here to moderate these guys, because you're like the only guy in here who's really dialing in. Bjorn, well, you're the one who's helping me. You're seeing what I'm seeing. Didn't Bitcoin private have the fork and it went to, because nobody wants it? Yeah. A lot of the Bitcoin forks have flopped. I mean, the Bitcoin forks, like Bitcoin Diamond, for example, Super Bitcoin. I don't really see a future for Super Bitcoin. Do you guys? I mean, obviously, if you hold any Bitcoin, you got all the forks, right? You got a Bitcoin Diamond. You got, I mean, I don't know how much Bitcoin you all hold, but you got some Bitcoin private. But what do you guys think of these Bitcoin forks? Because they're essentially Bitcoin brand name altcoins, right? So they're altcoins, but they're Bitcoin brand name. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on these Bitcoin brand name forks. Yeah, smash up the likes, guys. Good night, crypto news. Okay, so Are You Watching says he does not like the Bitcoin forks. BTCP is superior from all the fork. So Kiss Mano says it's superior. Sarker says just stick with Bitcoin. He's saying go with all altcoins. Roy said that. Are the forked Bitcoins easier to mine? That's a great question from Big Lenny Fan Club. I mean, it depends what Bitcoin miners you're trying to use, right? And right now, to mine a Bitcoin is really expensive. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out here. I appreciate everybody who's been tuning in and everyone who hit the like button. And if you guys want me to keep doing more of these, I can do them. If you guys want maybe one or two a week, I can do one or two a week. If you want 3 or 4 a week, my main objective here is to communicate with you guys and give you guys a voice. And that's why I did this altcoin rundown here, where we went over a bunch of altcoins based on what you guys wanted to talk about. And I do that for the community, for myself too, because when you guys say something, I get the news and information too. So it's not like I'm just like this really nice guy who just does all this great stuff for the community. I'm not trying to be that phony fraud junk. I'm saying that when we do this, it's a hangout. I'm an average Joe. You're an average Joe. We're all. I mean, maybe some of you guys are not average Joes. Maybe you guys are superheroes, right? So let's see what you guys are saying. You guys are saying keep them coming. Don't leave us. I mean, I could stick around here and keep talking. I mean, Angelo says he's a superhero. Big Money Fan Club says he's a whale. Joey says he's an average Joe here, above average Joe. Wales, Jay says greetings from Wales. Genesis Vision, Cyrus Decker says love the feed. All right, you guys are awesome. I'm a big Joe. Jazzy Fizzy says he's a big Joe. Big sports guy? Oh, yeah. I'm a big sports guy. Yeah. Jeff, grab an internet card for when you travel. Yeah. Tell me about this. What's this internet card? I don't really know what that is. Yeah, J Tor says smash up the likes. JK says he's a troll slayer. Oh well, if you're a troll slayer, dude, we need to put you in administration then, because I like troll slayers. Vibe and air swap. We'll talk about that next time, guys. There you go. J Tor, he hooked it up. He said smash up the likes and he got that reaction. Finland, EOS. All right, before I go, I will look at EOS for the guy from Finland. Last coin, right? EOS. Let's see what's coming up for EOS. Besides the fact that they have the airdrop coming. So all EOS holders holding over 100 tokens at the end of the day, April 15th, 2018, will receive one EOS DAC token for each EOS token. That's April 15th. Okay. So they're going to be doing that airdrop. So if you hold over 100 EOS, you're also going to get an EOS DAC. So outside of that, they have the ICO 2.0 Spring Summit. Hear from disruptive ICOs. This EOS project they're hard chargers, man. That's going to be in Santa Monica, California, too. Wow. I mean, it's one thing to be in, some of these cities, but the epicenter of like Hollywood and all that, right in the heart of it all, in Santa Monica. Outside of Silicon Valley, Santa Monica or Los Angeles, like that's a pretty powerful place to be holding a summit as far as getting the word out, because big things come out of that region. Native tokens launch. Registered ERC20 tokens will be freezed and converted into real EOS on the EOS blockchain. That's happening June 1st. All right, decentralized exchange, December 31st, 2018. EOS, that's EOS Phoenix. All right, you guys are asking about EOS. So, thanks everyone. You guys want to keep them? You guys say we should keep Piggy. All right, we'll keep Piggy. Let him stay. Let the Piggy guy stay. What do you think about INS? What is your view? Well, Michael says just let Piggy stay. So we'll let Piggy stay, even though he's got a vulgar mentality. Thanks, Frank. Oh man. Okay, Substratum. You guys want to talk? All right. Let's dial it in with Substratum here. Smash up the likes here and I'll dial it in. Substratum. There's no current events happening for Substratum, guys. Nothing coming up on this feed here. I tried. I did. Piggy's calling me a fat nerd now. Oh, I better stop eating all that noodle. He's calling me a fat nerd. What a guy, this guy. Who is he? Gucci 123 Piggy. He can stay. Keep Piggy here. He's actually making me laugh. He thinks he's trying to. Now he's cussing. He's. Anyways, guys, thanks everyone. It is Friday the 13th. I hope you guys have an outstanding Friday. Friday the 13th is not always bad luck. As a matter of fact, check Charlie Lee's Twitter. I think he said it's his birthday on April 13th, which is today, right? And he said Litecoin launched on April 13th, and so he was born on Friday the 13th. So, or I think he said he was born on Friday the 13th, something like that. But like I said, have a good night tonight. Enjoy yourselves. It's springtime, and I hope no matter where you are, you guys are able to enjoy yourself, whether you have beer or Sprite, whatever it is. And we'll see y'all next time. Thanks to everyone who liked the video, and I look forward to it. Oh, where's the there we go. End stream.